Good afternoon, I'm Wendy Petrie and this is your afternoon news fix for Friday, the 10th of April. A warning, North Islanders should prepare for potentially hours of dangerous weather from Cyclone Vaianu. Weather warnings will come into force for the North Island from 9 p.m. tomorrow when the first heavy rain is due to hit. Met Service says a severe storm is forecast to move across Coromandel and Bay of Plenty on Sunday before hitting the rest of the island. Weather Watcher's Phil Duncan says the cyclone will morph into a new system into the evening.
A lot of places will have gale force easterlies or southeasterlies in the morning, on Sunday at the top of the country, and by the end of the day you'll have gale force westerlies from the opposite direction.
The Prime Minister sees a ceasefire agreement between the US and Iran as fragile as the world waits for a more concrete resolution to the war. US Vice President J.D. Vance will lead an American contingent to Pakistan tonight for further negotiations with Iran. Prime Minister Chris Luxon says the fact the two sides are meeting is encouraging. Transport is being highlighted as a key priority in the government's landmark deal with Auckland Council. The Prime Minister and Mayor Wayne Brown have signed the deal, committing to collaborating to unlock the city's potential. It includes working together on a 30-year transport strategy and an additional harbour crossing. The Employers and Manufacturers Association Head of Advocacy, Alan McDonald, says there's a better need for connectivity.
Congestion charging on the motorway will help businesses move around better. But other things like just tidying up how our traffic lights work and how some of our roadways are managed so that we get better flows around the city.
NASA's Artemis 2 is set to splash down tomorrow afternoon, New Zealand time, after 10 days in lunar orbit. When the uncrewed Artemis 1 splashed down in 2022, a vital heat shield protecting anyone inside from searing temperatures was found with chunks missing. US correspondent Richard Arnold says coming back to Earth is risky business.
The 4-member crew of the Orion space capsule scheduled to ride a fireball back to the Earth's orbit. They will pierce the Earth's atmosphere at a speed of just over 40,000 kilometres per hour.
NASA says it's confident the advancements since Artemis 1 will ensure the astronauts return to Earth safely. Air New Zealand is planning to expand digital ID testing for Australia-bound travellers after successfully completing a first trial last month. The airline began developing the technology in 2022, aiming to reduce physical passport checks and streamline airport processing. Instead of requiring travellers to repeatedly present their passports at checkpoints, cameras for facial scanning will be used. Air New Zealand plans to roll the system out on flights to Australia and says it'll continue to develop it before introducing it network-wide. To sport now, and the football Ferns are having to adjust fast after their World Cup qualifying semi-final against Fiji in Hamilton was moved forward to 4 p.m. on Saturday due to the threat of Cyclone Vaianu. The weather is also causing changes to the supercars schedule for the Taupō Super 440, with all Saturday race sessions moved forward half an hour, while Sunday's race is now tentatively set to take place at 9:45. Sunday's Te Rapa horse racing meet has also been postponed. I'm Wendy Petrie, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.